The bird pies, the beautiful bird pies, the amazing bird pies, the gorgeous, the wonderful bird pies. Thank you so much for coming. I really do appreciate you. Welcome. Thanks for the thumbs up as well. I appreciate you. You have been so amazing and supportive. God bless you for always coming around to support this girl. Thank you. God bless you for always coming around to show me love and support my stream. I really do appreciate that. Sister Winnie, the blessed woman of God, the blessed Sister Winnie, thank you so much. Welcome, Sister Winnie. Thank you for the thumbs up. I appreciate you, the board fights. Please, guys, as you come on, kindly thumbs up the stream for me. Please help me thumbs up, okay? My thumbs up is not going up. Kindly help me thumbs up if you haven't done so. But I do really appreciate your coming in here and spending time with me on today's discussion, which is something I know it's very, very common with the men, but of course we know it's not common with the other gender. We're looking at marriage. Marriage as an institution. We understand what marriage should be, the love, the loyalty, and everything that comes with it. But then we know in marriages, some marriages are packed and filled with infidelity. Apart from the DV, the abuse, and all that, we know a lot are packed with infidelity. And of course, any marriage that has been plagued with infidelity is almost gone, like let's say a quarter to go. And we're looking at this interesting topic here. Can you accept a child from from an affair while still married? Now, what do I mean by that? You as a man, can you accept a child from your wife? She had an affair, a child that comes from an affair she had outside your marriage. That is extramarital affair, a child produced outside it, outside your marriage. Or as a woman, we know this is very common. You see, a lot of men do this, like, okay, they have children outside. Those who are bold enough come out and tell their wife, look, okay, I made a mistake. I got someone pregnant. A woman is pregnant for me. A lady is pregnant for me. And then she said, I have to take the child. Or the child is there, with the lady, with the woman. Some women, I have seen a situation where women accept this. Women, accept this child, like, okay, yeah, you've made a mistake. The deed has been done. Even if it's going to take a long time, even if it's going to take time for the woman to forgive her husband, but most women still accept and the marriage remains intact. It's just a few marriages that have really packed up, when a man has an affair and then a child comes out of that affair as a receipt. Just a few that have packed up on the ground of infidelity. But now the question is, can a man accept a child from his wife if she plays away match and comes home with a receipt? Is it possible? Ikebe already said it's a no-no for me. Come on, you are so quick to say it's a no-no. But when the table turns around, we hear men saying, come on, the deed has been done. In fact, the society, the family, everybody will join hands together to say, look, it's your husband's child. Especially in my culture, they'll say it's your husband's child. You just have to accept the child. It's your husband's child. Forgive him. Things happen. Men make mistakes. This men is normal thing for them. They make mistakes. Just forgive and forget. In fact, your family will be the first to say he is not the first man to do that. He will never be the last man on earth to do that. Men have been doing this. In fact, some men, you don't even know how many children they have out there. You don't know how many children they have out there until the man is being buried. That is when you see the other women coming out with their children. But some men have summoned, the courage to break the news to their wives, while they're still living together. Like, this is men are goofed, men are messed up big time. I played away much, and this is the result of it. Cornelius said, it is very difficult question. It is a very difficult question because we are patriarchal and things like that do happen. Oh, now you are being a man and a typical African man. You are being one of such men who would not want a woman to cheat, but you want us to forgive easily? Like, seriously, you want us the women, when you go out and come back with a receipt, you really want us to accept it open-hearted, with open arms, and say, yeah, baby, you messed up, but hey, come here. You say, tap the behind and say, well, don't do it again. But when a woman does the same, is it the same? Can it ever be the same? Will that marriage remain intact? Like I said, most marriages, when a man cheats, when a man goes out and messes himself up, women forgive easily. Though it's gonna hurt, but eventually, you see, it is hard for you to hear that a woman left her marriage due to infidelity. Very, very rare, very, very hard for you to hear that a woman actually packed up her marriage because her husband cheated. The moment she even comes out to say that, people are gonna say like, how can you leave your home? Who is going to take care of your children? You don't want your children to have their father? How do you want to remain? Now you want to remain a single mother? You want to be a divorcee? You can never leave your marriage because your man cheated. It's no big deal. The marriage will still remain intact. If eventually the woman will learn to love her husband all over again, and they move on. But wait, let a woman mistakenly, accidentally, goes out to kiss another man, and the husband is in the picture, the husband is aware. Not that marriage has finished. It came when I said, not actually. I mean, in our original way of life, men have many wives, on the contrary to women. But there are some cultures where women are allowed to have as many men as they want. There are a lot of cultures where women can actually marry multiple men. Have you not heard about that? Where a woman can decide the number of men she sleeps with. Right now, there are women who are in such marriages. They have 2, 3 husbands, It's not big deal. So if you want to talk about your origin, maybe in your culture, I guess, maybe in your culture, it's normal for men to have multiple women in their lives, but that is not in every culture. The question is, supposing your wife goes out there just by mistake. Now, come on, mistakes do happen, guys. Mistakes really do happen. Supposing just by mistake, your wife, you were not around, something happened, she accidentally, mistakenly, did it and regrets the action and discovered that she is pregnant. Comes out clean without hiding it and says, sweetheart, you know what? I made a mistake. I made a mess of myself. This is what happened to me. And I really, really do regret it. And I'm so, so sorry. Please forgive me. It will never, ever happen again. Forgive me, sweetheart. Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. It was just once. Just once he did it. Just once. It was a mistake. Please, baby, forgive me. You love your wife. What are you going to do? You love this woman. She meant the whole world to you. This woman has been there for you. This woman contributed to who you are today. She made your life beautiful and a happy one. Can you accept her back? Forgive, even if it's going to take some time. Can you forgive her and move on with the marriage, accepting that baby wholeheartedly as yours, giving the child your name? Can you? This thing happened to someone, and that is why I brought up this topic. It happened to someone, and this is to a man. It happened real. We've been hearing that of men. It's no news for a man to get another woman pregnant. It's no news. It has been happening. And you know what? It will continue to happen. More and more men. BMC, welcome. Thank you so much for coming. I appreciate you, BMC. Kindly help me thumbs up the stream. Thank you so much for joining me. BMC, I am throwing this question to men especially. Canelo said, forgiveness is one thing, acceptance is another thing altogether. But the child is going to be yours. It's your wife's child. BMC, can you look at the question we're treating today and need your perspective and need your answer as a man? Can you go ahead to accept a child from your wife? Or will you advise any man to accept a child from his wife, a child outside marriage, a child that happened from affair, infidelity, maybe by mistake, you know, just like you guys mistakenly get someone pregnant. You know that thing that happens in movies. A guy gets a lady pregnant and then he comes around to say, sweetheart, it was a mistake. Oops, a mistake, you know. You pull your panties down, it was a mistake. You got your top out, it's a mistake. You pull your boxes down, it was a mistake. You go ahead to insert it, it was a mistake. And then boom, you come inside of her, it's still a mistake. Really? You know, so Mommy Fechi, welcome. Thank you so much for coming, Mommy. I appreciate you, Mommy. Welcome. Mommy, your girl is being nasty here today. I'm treating something very sensitive today. Welcome. Thank you, Mommy. So now, would you advise anyone you know, someone you know, say, for instance, a friend comes to you and say, bro, come on, this is what is happening to me. How do I handle this? Man, I can't believe this is this is happening to me. And I love this woman. Man, this woman means a lot to me. You know, this woman means so much to me. And then this is what she did. Bro, what do? I don't want to lose this woman. Ufama, thank you so much for coming. Welcome, Ufama. Kindly thumbs up the screen for me, guys, as you're coming. Ufama, give me a thumbs up. Mommy, give me a thumbs up. Welcome. Welcome, the beautiful Ufama Wanyoma. Thank you, Madam Broadway. I hope you've been having fun at the Broadway. Yeah, you know, and then this guy comes to you to say, bro, this is what happened to me. What do you advise? Man, I can't take this. How do I deal with this? I don't want to lose this woman. And then as a friend, someone comes to you with this. What would you advise the guy to do? Would you advise him to divorce the wife? Send her away with the pregnancy? Come on, let's think about this. Love is involved. Love is involved. Yeah, oh yeah, so it was fun. It was fun. Thanks, guys. Thank you so much. We have the Peppy. Peppy, you are not late today. Oh, congratulations. Peppy, welcome. Peppy's diary. Thank you so much for coming. Mommy Fechi said, yes, so think today is another one that I had to be a student and stay in the back. Mommy. Oh my God. This is hilarious. Mommy want to be a student and stay in the background. Okay, I am here but busy with my hands. I'm listening. Okay, please stay with me, guys. Don't go anywhere. Stay with me in the chat. Okay, if you're busy, be with me in the background. If you can type, contribute to the conversation. Okay, thank you so much, Peppy. What are how the twins doing? Hope they're doing great. Hope they're doing great. Okay, so now I'm asking the question, guys. I've not seen any other person's reply. What if you are the one, even as a woman, your girlfriend, a friend of yours, a sister comes to you to say, my husband did this, my husband got someone pregnant, what do I do? And he can't deny the pregnancy. Are you going to advise her to accept the baby, like accept the pregnancy, accept it, like, and say, okay, fine, the deed has been done? What would be your advice to such a person? You know, say you don't want to have anything to do with it. It happens. If it happens to you or to someone you know, what would be your reaction? Juba Bruce, thank you so much, Juba, for coming. I appreciate you. Welcome. Juba, kindly give me a thumbs up, please. Kindly click the like button. Thank you. So I'm trying to say, Peppy, you're a woman. Someone comes to you with this. What would be your reaction? What would be your advice to her? A woman comes to you to say, my husband got someone pregnant and he has owned up to it and he wants to accept the baby. He wants to bring the baby into his life, bring the child into the picture. What would be your advice? Juba, thank you so much. Thank you, welcome. I will ask the women to go to the woman to go to the father of the baby, period. See, what happens to love, Cornelius? What happens to love? I mean, if it were to be the other way around, would you want me to accept it? I would like to know, if you accidentally, mistakenly, get someone pregnant, and you come to me, and I say, I don't want to accept the baby, I don't want to have anything to do, and you are never going to have anything to do with that child, how would you feel? This is your blood, isn't it? How would you feel about it? You know, so now that is the question. Infidelity has been happening. Men have been cheating and bringing home receipts. Men have been cheating and coming home with receipts, showing their wives the evidence. Okay, it has happened. Family members will always say, yes, so gather here. My daughter, sit down. Let's talk to you. And my daughter, you know men. Men are fond of doing these things. It is not the first time they are doing something like this. Neither will it be the last thing. You are not the first woman whose husband will get someone pregnant. They will come with all manner of advice and counsels. They will try to persuade you to accept it, isn't it? They will persuade you, they will cajole you, they will beg and do all what not just for you to accept it. As a woman, you will eventually say, okay, fine, I forgive him. Yes, the child, of course, the child will bear your husband's name, isn't it? The child will bear the man's name. And then they say, intelligent love makes me want to do the right way. Let everyone answer his or her father's name. Really, Peppy said the man has to forgive and accept the baby as long as he loves the wife. That is Peppy's diary. You see that, guys? You just have to accept and forgive. Look, if they say what is good for the geese is good for the gander. Yes. So if the man expects a woman to forgive, isn't it? I mean, it should it not also be right for the women, I mean, for the man himself to forgive and accept the child? After all, the deed has been done. The mistake has been made. You know, I'm not saying I'm going to go out there to get home a baby, you know, for my husband. But then mistakes do happen. Things happen. Equal rights don't reach this area. Oh my God. Please, guys, if you can help me share out the stream, let's have more people coming into the community, from the community. Let's have more people join the stream, okay? Please, guys, help me thumbs up and share out. Like, seriously, Cornelius, equal right no reach. Really? Hey, that is why it is very easy for you guys to cheat without feeling remorse. Pepe said, should learn to forgive infidelity. Nobody is perfect. We are all humans. Yeah. Okay, men should learn to forgive infidelity. Nobody is perfect. We are all humans. And this is what I'm saying. Now, if it's very easy for men to play away match, you know, very easy for them to play away match and have fun, you know, without feeling remorse, and then they come home with this news, baby, it happened, I'm sorry. Dioma, welcome. Thank you so much, Dioma. Dalurinde. Oh, Dioma, I love this name of yours, Dioma. I love it. Welcome, Malichangwanyoma. Thank you so much for joining. Kindly give me a thumbs up, Dioma, please. Kindly give me a thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. I want to see it go up. Yeah, and help me share out your community if you have any. So, Dioma, we are discussing. You send the question, must have sent the question in the chat. We're discussing, can you accept a child from an affair while you're married? Can you? Or would you advise a sister, a friend, or anyone to accept a child from infidelity while the man is still married? Now, this has not when they're separated, not when they're divorced, not when they're having an affair, I mean, relationship, but fully married. And then suddenly, you know, the husband goes out, plays away match, and then come in, you know, with the evidence or with the news, breaking news. Taram, you know, what would be your advice to such women? So, Cornelius, let me go to you. You said, oh my God, Cornelius, wait, I need to go back. You say equal rights, no reaches. We're not talking about equal rights here. We're talking about human, not equal right between a man and a woman. Equal right between human beings, two human beings. Thank you. Please give me a thumbs up. Please give me a thumbs up. Okay, my thumbs up is not going up. Maybe they should wait until they reincarnate in the Western world, not in some Eastern part of the world. Seriously. Now, you're talking about equal right. And Pepe equally said, we're all humans. People make mistakes. We agree. People make mistakes. And, you know, this thing is called emotion. Maybe it's not a one-night stand, you know. It's not a one-night stand. It just happened to be that maybe the man was not around, and out of temptation, you know, the temptation that comes is normal. The weather is cold and she goes out there, a colleague hugged her, from the hugging, they start kissing, and then boom, one quick one, which resulted to pregnancy. She wasn't thinking. It was out of loneliness. And it happened. Or maybe they were maybe they were even having a problem, a marital crisis at that time when it happened. You know, when two people are having issues, and then when they're having crises, they're not in good times. Suddenly, the woman, had an affair, the man equally had an affair, and then boom, a child comes into the picture. When they eventually reconcile their differences, then she breaks the news. Is the man? If he's the man, fine, I will accept. But next year, I'm going to carry my own belly outside, and he must forgive me, because cheating is not just for one person; it's for both. Pepe, you know the truth there. It's very, very easy for men, to accept this cheating of a thief, for them to cheat and expect you to forgive. Very, very typical of most African men. They will cheat and women forgive. The marriage remains intact. The marriage stays intact. They still love themselves. The woman accepts any child that even comes from it. But the moment a woman goes out by mistake, one mistake, even a kiss, that marriage is over. That marriage is as good as gone. Honestly, Cornelius say, even humans have categories. What category are you talking about? We are all equal. We are all equal. Amazing Grandma's channel. Thank you so much for coming. Amazing Grandma, welcome, ma. Ooh, good to have you, ma. Thank you so much. Please give me a thumbs up. Please, I'm begging you, give me a thumbs up. We are all content creators. Drop the thumbs up here. I thank you, Amazing Grandma, for the thumbs up. Please, we are all content creators. You know what thumbs up does to our channels, okay? It will help Whitey to send it out, please, okay? We help ourselves this way to grow. I appreciate you, Amazing Grandma. Thank you so much for coming. And this is what we are discussing today. So please, your contribution is needed here. And I'm dropping the link. Anybody who wants to jump on the link, please jump on it. Let's have a discussion on this. This is just away from all the happenings. Joma say, it's painful, but the deed has been done. The matter get as it be. Honestly, the deed has been done. It has been done. But you see, they say love covers multitude of sins. Love covers. What happens to the Bible's preaching of forgiveness and love covering multitude of sins? This is one of such sins. If we look at it critically, this is one of such sins, where love conquers all, where love covers multitude of sins, where love supersedes all. Love, this word love is powerful and strong. This love is powerful. It's powerful. It came up when I say we know that Pepe is joking. If she does that, she can also forget the marriage. It depends on the husband. You don't know Pepe's husband. Pepe's husband can take it. He can take it, because if him can go and bring home receipt. I mean, what's the big deal? They say, what is good for the geese? How they have good for the gander? Is that not what in you go? So that is how the Englishman puts it. What is good for the geese is good for the gander, isn't it? Oh my God. Yeah, let me see what Pepe said. He said, I haven't seen, there's a comment here I am looking for. I think maybe it's still hanging. Yeah, but when it comes up, I'm gonna pin it. It's from Pepe. I don't know whether it was held, but I can't find it here. Yeah. So Pepe says, let me see it here. She said, yeah, because our tradition didn't fix it well. Whoever plays that tradition must be a man. A full-grown man is one. You see, men gathered and decided that. Men gathered and then formed this thing called tradition. Ikemefuna. Me and my husband does 50-50. He doesn't cheat, because if I catch him, I will cheat and bring home receipt. This woman, you see, I just love this babe. I just love this babe. Your cruise and vibe don't get part 2, Becky. Your cruise and vibe, we won't have part 2. So me and my husband does 50-50. After all, the bills are spilled 50-50, right? You do everything 50-50. So when it comes to cheating, if the man cheats, just me, I will come with evidence. Oh my God. If the man decides to cheat, that means The woman, the woman should equally, you should be ready to forgive. Now, I'm not advocating for women to go and do it too. We preach forgiveness. We preach forgiveness. We preach loyalty. We preach fidelity. We preach fidelity. Close leg. Keep your bola one place. Don't spread it. Don't be a community armor, spreading it everywhere. You understand? But seriously, I was narrating something that happened to someone, and this was what gave birth to this title. A man who loves his wife so much. They had issues. They had misunderstanding, and in the course of the misunderstanding, the woman had an affair. The man himself is not as if he's innocent too. Okay, it's not as if he himself was totally innocent of affair, but the bad thing happened that the wife, in the course of her own mistake, just that time that they were having issues. Salito Salina, welcome. Thank you so much for coming. Please, Salito, give me a thumbs up. I appreciate you. Thank you for your lovely support all the time. And the man was not totally innocent of extramarital affair, but they have been having issues for some time. And in that process, in that course of misunderstanding, the woman went out mistakenly. She gave into temptation. I wouldn't say it's mistake. She fell in. She gave into temptation. Temptations happen. Nobody's above temptation. No one is above temptation. Thank you for the thumbs up, Salito. Thank you. Thank you. Nobody's above temptation. So when it happens, the woman didn't want to, because by the time they reconciled, they now mended their quarrel and came back together. The woman discovered she was pregnant, and she didn't want to abort, get rid of the pregnancy. She didn't want to also lie to the husband. She knew because from the test she went to the hospital, she checked, and it was during that period they were having misunderstanding that she took it. So she knew when she took it, and that period she never had any intercourse with her husband. They were not in talking times, not to talk about having any intercourse. So let me say, hey, that can forgive. Whoever that can forgive should forgive. But for me, the only way my heart can forgive is doing back. Men, it's not what you think. Yes, so that they will come is not what you think. It happens. It's mistake. Anybody can fall into temptation. They will give you 1001. In fact, your family members, the moment you even tell your family that your husband got someone pregnant, they will be the one begging you to forgive him. But do you think the family of a man will beg him to forgive his wife? I doubt that. The family will be the one advocating that the woman should go. Oh, Apuna. I've said it. Look at her eyes. I know. Don't you see the way she makes up? She doesn't dress like a married woman. We knew this is what this woman has been doing. This is what she has been doing. Apuna de Anyane, look at her face. I showered her eyes before. You don't see her hair. You don't see her makeup. Finally, she got pregnant for another man. It's an abomination. Alele, the sisters will join hands together to come and throw the woman's things out. They will join hands together to come and kick her out of the house. I say temptation. Is it not temptation before? If you can be tempted, if you are not above temptation, is it me that is above temptation? Ordinary human being like me. Ordinary small girl like me, I am not above temptation. So anybody can fall into temptation. So if you don't want to be tempted, please don't go outside and do your own. Dioma say thumbs up and share done. I'm in the background. Okay, Dioma, no problem. Thank you so much. Salito, you're laughing. Oh, guys, ignore this noise. Very loud. Jeez. Ignore the noise, guys. Salito, you're laughing. Pepe, you're laughing, but this is the truth. If a woman mistakenly, I don't know why men think women are above temptation. Why do they think a woman shouldn't fall into temptation? I don't know. If you as a man can't hold yourself, you fall into temptation. Are you trying to say that only men are prone to temptation? Do you think we don't see all those six-pack guys? All those flat tummy guys, six packs and biceps, we see them and we still do our eyes like this. You cannot tempt me. We do eyes right. You cannot tempt me. Every spirit of six-pack I bound and but you will see a woman with big hips, ara, boobs, beautiful, and then you fall. In fact, you slip into temptation. But if I see a man with six packs, biceps, groomed beards, pink lips, I should overcome the temptation. Big bowler, I should do eyes right. We are doing our best by doing the eyes right, but what we are saying is men should equally do their best to do eyes right. By the time they see all those big boobs and big butts, they should big behinds. BBC, okay, Cornelius say, is it not better for the men to have more than one wife than to be quarreling about infidelity every time? So you need more wife. I need to be very clear. I need you to be very clear here. Are you indirectly saying for you to avoid temptation of infidelity, you want another wife? I want to understand. If you are saying you need more wife in order to avoid the temptation of infidelity, please can you spell it out here for the whole world to see, so that we can forever keep our peace? Cornelius. Hey, Pepe say, men they tempt us women on daily basis. I'm telling you, Pepe, men they tempt. See, Pepe, do you know how many temptations we see on daily basis as a woman? Do you know the temptations we encounter every day? You go to the gym, you see some of these guys, you see their muscles. Hell, what can they bring it? You look at him and you say, "Chai, na lekwano six packs." And Odogu has big tummy at home. Odogu is busy drinking 3-3. And then his tummy is big. And then you go to the gym, you're doing your thing gently, peacefully. Then suddenly you see one guy. Man, this guy enter. Guy too fine. Guy too fine. Also, he's grooming alone. Then you overcome. You look at that temptation. You say, "I bind and cast you. You spirit of temptation. You foul spirit. I bind and cast you." We bind the temptation and we overcome the temptation, and we come back home and hug you with your big tummy. "Oh, sweetheart, darling, I kiss you." But you will go and see a babe with fine behind, very beautiful behind and big boobs, whether it's Brazilian implant or Togolese implant, we don't care. You will go and fall into that. If you even fall for the artificial ones, and then you even confess to us, we'll bring your head here and say, "Ozgo, you made a mistake. It was temptation. I forgive you." Akuya, is that what you guys want? What do you do? You see somebody's son, you will see somebody's son, like this, beer gang, hell, chiseled chest, no, chiseled chest, no, a well-carved chest, hell, broad shoulder, 6 packs, temptation. We overcome all these things. We see them. A fine bobo. We see and we rebuke. We say the Bible says, "Rebuke the devil and it will flee far away from you." We rebuke and we come back home. Big behind men are just. It came when I say married women should not be tempted. You people have to be seeing your husbands in any man out there. Like wait, seriously? Wait, hold on. No. Hold on, Ikemefuna. No, Ikemefuna, hold on. Pepe, did you see this? Salito, did you see this? No, did you guys just read this? That we married women, because we are married, we are wired not to fall into temptation, because we are always praying and praying against temptation. You don't know what it takes to overcome those temptations. You don't know what it takes. Married women should not be tempted. Is it not the same blood? Red, what color of blood do we even have? Is it not red? The same color of blood that flows through my vein, that same color of blood flows through your vein. So you can fall. In fact, you can sleep. You're always slipping into temptation. But because my own blood is green, like this cloth I'm wearing is green, army green. So my blood is army green. I cannot fall into temptation. But men can easily fall into temptation, and is accepted. Now we'll have to rewrite this men's world. Pepe says some of them, the gola will even shape like, hey, like this on the trouser. I do eyes right. I pretend I don't see anything. When I see, I'll just do my face like this. Every spirit of temptation, I bind you. I didn't see this. I close my eyes and I come home and I hug yours. I will hail your own. We see temptations. It's not only you people that see temptation. So the question is, Salito say, Cornelius, how many wives do you need to settle? Please, Cornelius need to answer these questions. How many wives do you need? We need to ask this man. Please, guys, ask this man right now. How many wives do you need? See, if you don't mention how many wives you need on this stream, if you don't mention it, Jehovah said, if the mom is available, if the mom is available, let her take care of her child. Me accepting won't change the fact that the deed is done. Good. The same way a woman will be asked to leave, go with that pregnancy. So, but Joma, that means you will retain your marriage, isn't it? Joma, are you saying you will retain your marriage? You will welcome your husband back, despite knowing that there's a child out there, isn't it? Okay, the child is not coming in, but of course your marriage has to go on, irrespective of what has happened. It doesn't check the fact that the deed has been done, but then your husband, hey, being a carer with Kes, my gorgeous woman, thank you so much. Welcome. Thank you for joining this stream. I appreciate you. You see what we are discussing today, Kes? Away from all the bimbo and IBD stuff. Now, this is what we are talking about today. Can you advise, or can you yourself accept a child from infidelity? A love child, a child your husband brings from outside, not before the marriage, not before, but while still married, he accidentally, you know how men accidentally impregnate women, and then he comes home with the receipt and say, this is it. It was a mistake once. In fact, it was even the head only I put. It was just the cap. I didn't even put it inside. Well, I don't even know how she got pregnant. It's just only the head, and I just rub it a little. Bam, the thing enter. But just forgive me. You know, will you accept? Would you advise someone you know to accept? That's what we are discussing today. Pepe said, I think you people should let us also have more than one man. Man, we need to taste different sizes of bola. You see those cultures where women have more than one husband. Sometimes I look at these women, I say, thank you, Queen, for the thumbs up. Thank you. Let me ask some of my ancestors how they, let me ask some of my ancestors how they did it and how many wives they had. Salito, he's telling you, he needs to ask his ancestors. But I don't know, do you want to go to the great beyond to ask your ancestors? Because you're not going anywhere. Oh my God, you're not going anywhere. Please ask them from here through prayers. Joma Kitchen, I just visited your home. Okay. Josephine Adeniji, welcome. Thank you so much. Thank you, Josephine. Please kindly give me a thumbs up. Josie, the beautiful Josephine Adeniji. Kindly give me a thumbs up, okay? No, our blood is green. Their blood is red. I'm telling you, my blood is green. Their own is red. That is why it is very easy for men to fall into temptation, and women should resist. Was the Bible written for only men, only women? When they were writing that part of the Bible, did they say women resist temptation and flee away from it? Or they say resist women, daughters of Eve, resist the devil and he will flee away from it. I think the devil is even a man. That is why the Bible says, and he will flee away. The Bible didn't say, and she will flee away. Resist the devil. So it is only women. It is only women that the Bible spoke to and say, resist the devil. Women also need a second man. See, looks like I'm beginning to envy those cultures where women are permitted to have more than one husband. You know, I'm trying to imagine what their experience. You know, when you can legally, guilt-free, have it with this man today, you have it with the other man tomorrow. You decide who comes to your bedroom today, just like men are enjoying today. Just like men are enjoying. So I don't know how these women, I need to get in touch with one of them and ask them, how you ladies doing it? It's not our culture, Pepe Diary. Maybe you should pray seriously to reincarnate to those places. to reincarnate and be to those places where you are permitted to have more than Salito say, Josephine says, Salito, sis, did you say now women need to? Josephine, but I mean, come to think about it. Men come home with, we've had cases where men impregnate women outside, and they ask their wives to forgive them. The society, family members, everybody is saying forgive. Forgive. In fact, I can tell you that it is hard for you to see a woman who has left her marriage because the husband cheated or because the husband got someone pregnant. I can bet you it's hard, very, very hard. If a woman is leaving, there is more to why she's leaving. If a woman decides that she's leaving her marriage, if a woman decides that she is leaving her marriage, just know that there is more to it. She's not leaving because the husband can say he go hard though. Yes, Josephine, we are the same. If a man gets tempted, a woman is more tempted than him. See, the temptation, I don't know, the temptation is very strong. Every day I go out, I see some of these Brazilian men, I see them, they don't know how to dress here. They can all expose everything. You see them, they remove their clothes because the weather is hot here. The temperature here is really, really hot. And then you see the women too at the beach with this bikini that will only draw line in between their behind. Very thin. I go sometimes with my husband to the beach, and then, I don't know if he's looking too. I don't know if my husband is looking. I don't know. But I need to ask him, sweetheart, when we go to the beach, you see all those women, beautiful boobs, and then you see their behind looking also says, Brazilian women are endowed, and then you see all that thing. Do you imagine? Do you think about it? Do you look? Do you fall? Do you imagine? Do you even think about it for 1 minute? I need you to sit answer the conversation. I started to say, yes, so Josephine, we are the same. If a man gets tempted, the woman is more tempted than him. Josephine say, my sister, it is not easy to accept. Let's be sincere to ourselves. It is heartbreaking. See, it is heartbreaking, but let's even say, do you think there are women who can say, my husband cheated, so for that, I am packing my clothes and leaving this marriage? Are there women out there who will say, before I forget, guys, the link is here. If you want to jump on the link, let's talk. Let's just gist. If you want to come up on the link and just keep me company, let's gist about this. Please jump on the link, okay? Now, do you think, Josephine, let's be sincere, that there is a woman out there who will say, my husband cheated on me just by once, mistakenly. He gave into temptation and he came home as a good husband and confessed his sins. My wife, forgive me, I have sinned. This was only one time I did it with my secretary, and now she's pregnant. Please forgive me. It will never, ever happen. Do you think there's a woman out there who will say, no, it is the end of the marriage, and she packs her bag and leaves? Do you think? I want to know, Josephine. Do you think? After all, according to the book, it was Eve that started all this rubbish. Wait, are you saying, well, wait. Then why are you the head of the house, Cornelius? Eve started it. Oh, Eve ate apple and gave you, you ate the apple. Now you're putting the blame. As a man, don't you think the way you are showing me power now in the house, you are showing me, no, this is wrong. You can't do this as my wife. You cannot do this. And then you ate it. I brought something that God said you and I should not eat. You and I should not eat it. God said, and I gave it to you. I said, eat it. So you want to disobey God because of me, and put the blame on me. Please, let's just spare Eve. Enough of this blame game. We need to stop blaming Eve. Eve ate apple by mistake. You equally ate it knowingly. Let's even, the first person that ate it was a mistake, but the second person is not by mistake. Because women does worse, maybe. Now lie you. Because I have better one with me. You have better one with you. That is why you don't look at those Brazilians. How am I even sure? Will you tell me now? Will you tell me the truth that you have not been looking at all those behinds, all those beautiful behinds? No, let's be sincere, Cornelius. Don't stop whining me, Biko. Are you telling me that when we go to the beach, you see all those? You see them, you are not looking. Beg this man, please, you are looking. Pepe says, do you know why it seems men cheat more? Pepe wants to scatter table. Do you know why it seems men cheat more? It's because their instrument moves and nods head like lizard. But women's instrument is at a place and no one sees what's going on. So we are more tempted. Wait, you see, we are more tempted, but because our team is in one place, we're not a purely seeker like Agama lizard. It's not doing like this at every. It's not doing like this. It's not doing like this at every behind the scenes. You know, men's own. If you are not disciplined, some of them that are not disciplined, when they pass a big boobs, the thing will do like this. Yes, yes. They pass a big behind, the thing will do like this. Yes, yes, yes. They pass a beautiful woman, the thing will do like this. Yes, yes, yes. But ours, even when we see the thing, they make sure no, the thing will like. I refuse to see. But we are tempted. We are tempted. Eh? Chioma is laughing. No, Pepe is like that because they can do even more without anyone noticing because there is no meter there. But does the one of men have meter? See, wait, it doesn't have meter reading, is it? No matter how many times we do it, it doesn't read meter. But does your own read meter? Your own doesn't read meter. It's the same. It's just that your own a time will come. If after firing, the engine will die down. Engine, you know, Pepe, you know, the problem with men's oil is by the time you keep going like this, pium, 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 one day the thing will do like this, bam, and bow out of service. Joma, instrument will moves the head and not like a Agama lizard. I'm telling you. Don't just put lizard, put Agama lizard. Oh my God. Oh, you guys are so hilarious today. My sister, we women need to see a lot of dear things. If such things should occur, the women go nowhere. I'm telling you, if it happens, the women will not go anywhere. But they will still accept it because they don't have a choice. As in the choice, they don't have a choice in the sense that, okay, this child that has been brought into the world is innocent of everything the father or the woman must have done. They cheated. This child was innocent of the cheating. The child is just a result of their infidelity. Even though the woman is going to be seeing the child every time, even when she sees the child, but she still accepts this innocent child. Even in the picture, sometimes some women accept and take care of these children. They accept once the girlfriend, the side chick or whatever gives birth, they hand over the child to the wife. I've seen a case like that where a wife is the one caring for the child had from the husband's infidelity. The woman took care of the child as hers. She had 2 children, and then the husband left out and decided that he wants his own child. That the girl will not, because the girl herself is not the kind of girl that knows how to raise a child. So the man took the innocent child and then gave the wife. The wife added this child to her children. They are 3 now. Despite that. But do you think a man can say, okay, I will take care of you, my wife, with the pregnancy. I will nurture you I will ensure that this child is, has a home, has a father. I will do that. I will do that. Pepe is just laughing. Ndefide, welcome. Thank you so much. I appreciate Ndefide. This is the first time I've seen you on my live stream. It's a delight. It's a pleasure to have you. Welcome. Thank you so much. Please, Nde, kindly click the like and subscribe and leave your notification bell on so you get notified whenever I upload a new video. Okay? And if you're a content creator, I'm going to check you out when you leave your comment for me on any of my videos. Welcome, Ndefide. Did I call the name well? And where are you from? Just let me know in the chat, okay? And you can join the discussion, please. Join the discussion, please. Cornelius said, it's not the same. Men can function after service. Men can't function. Men can't function outside service. Really? Okay, men can't function after service. Okay, Diego, it's not the same. Okay, Ndefide, thank you so much. I appreciate you. Hey, Priska, welcome. Thank you so much. Hello, host and all, greetings. Thank you, Priska. Thank you for coming. Please, Priska, kindly give me a thumbs up in the video. Give me a thumbs up, okay? Don't forget, please, guys. Welcome, welcome. And this is the discussion ongoing here. Please, your contribution is highly welcomed, okay? And the link is there. Anyone who wants to jump on the link, let's just chit chat on this. Please jump on the link because this is something serious. It happened to someone, and that got me thinking. It's very easy for women to forgive their cheating husbands. Even when they get someone pregnant, it's very easy for them to say, okay, I forgive you, bring home the baby, or let give the baby, you know, your name. But when a woman does the same, it becomes very, very difficult. Pepe say, have you seen a man crying because the wife cheated? Only small. Have you seen a man crying because the wife cheated? Only small. Just small. It's as if the man is it's as if the man, the man she cheated and took away the punani or drained the pekus empty. You see them crying as if they took it, but when they go and put their own in multiple punani, he does it. Honestly, you see them crying like a baby as if the thing has finished. The thing is still very dear, still very tight, still very intact, still enjoying it. Yet, the man will be crying as if somebody has taken his wife purpose away. But of course, mistakes do happen. If everyone say this, for this reason, host, I'm against abortion, but the partner shouldn't be forced to be with the child. Yeah, I know you are against it, but the partner shouldn't be forced. Now, what is the way out then? You either accept it or you leave. But that's the only two way. For instance, if it's the man that cheated and got someone pregnant, okay, and the man wants his child. Okay, for instance, let's take what happened between May and Yul Edochie and Judy Austin, Yul Edochie. Of course, the name is there now. Let's assume while they were having this relationship, that was when Judy got pregnant, isn't it? Judy got pregnant. And Yul Edochie, knowing that he can never, because of his tradition, can never give this child his name if he doesn't pay her bride price. For instance, let's say Judy says, I don't want to be a second wife. I don't want to marry you as a second wife. Yes, I am pregnant for you. And then Yul Edochie will not have a choice. But eventually, May will find out, isn't it? May is going to find out because the news is out there. And Yul Edochie will tell the wife eventually. We know with what May is feeling now, may not accept the child. Yul's hands will be tied because the child will never be his until he pays her bride price. Then the child can be his. In this situation now, if it happens, will May leave the marriage because the husband got someone pregnant? The reason why she's acting this way, the reason why she's so pained, she's angry right now, is because you married Judy. Not because of the pregnancy, not the infidelity, not the cheating. It is because you went ahead to marry Judy. That is the bone of contention right now. That is the problem, because otherwise, when they were having an affair, she didn't have any problem with that. When Judy gave birth, she didn't have any problem with that. But when he married her, that was when Yawa gas. So, as a woman, you either have to accept for the man to give the child his name, which means he's accepting the child, and that child is going to be part of your life, because the man is going to visit the child, the man is going to bring home the child from time to time. This is his roof. As a wife, you will not be able to tell your husband, I don't want to see this child in this house. No way. This child cannot come in there, and this is his child. Do you think as a woman you can stop the man from coming in with a child? This is a problem. Pepe say, the child bearer should carry her child since she wants it, and knowing fully well the man has a family. What about the name? What about visitation? That child will be part of the man's life. That child is going to remain part of his life. He goes nowhere. He goes nowhere. Pepe giving us joy with her comment. I'm telling you, Dioma, Pepe is giving us serious vibe. Pepe is in the kitchen giving us vibe. Depi, welcome. Thank you so much. Priska say, thumbs up done already, host. Me busy at the background, okay? Okay, no problem, Priska. Thank you so much. Maybe because we love more than the women. Wait. I need to pin this here. Salito, Pepe, Priska, Dioma. Can you guys see this? Ikemefuna, a man saying that maybe because then men love better than women. Men, hey, this gender loving more than women. Like, is this not super story? Stories for the gods. How is it possible for a man to love more than a woman? Nah, Ikemefuna be coming down. It's not possible. We love more than you. We love. Please, guys, if you're in the background, come in and join the conversation, okay? Come in, give me thumbs up. Don't stand there watching me from the background, okay? Men, where are you? We need your side of the story. Let the men come and give us their side, honestly. She was like that because of her religion and foreign one, too. Very hypocritical. You think so? Pepe said, spicing, you see all these women that suffered with men before they become somebody, they hardly live. Getting someone pregnant won't even make them live because it's ikucha akatiere okupaki. Thank you. Okay, ikucha akatiere okupaki. Now I get it. How would they live? Imagine staying with a man when he had nothing, just like what happened to Bimbona, the late Bimbo, God forbid. You know, it's really a sad one. You do everything. Do everything. Give him everything. Was there to build with him. Do everything you want to do for a man. Even house him. Even use your school fees. School fees that you're supposed to use for your own school. You drop out of school. Use your school fees to feed the man, to help him, to set him up. Do everything for the man. Then suddenly, he now comes and say, I have a child outside. You either accept this child or you leave. Do you think the woman will go? No, she goes nowhere. We buy here together. Welcome, everyone. We have 18 amazing people watching. Please give me a thumbs up if you haven't done so. Come in and converse with me, okay? Come in, let's talk. Come in, let's chat. Don't stay at the background. Please come in. Give me thumbs up. Spend time with me here, okay? Herald of Mary, welcome. Thank you so much, Herald of Mary. I appreciate you. Experience Africa. Experience himself. Welcome. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. I appreciate you, Experience Africa. Thank you so much for coming. And we have Pepe say, okay, hold on. Hello, everyone. That's why you see us crying, because Experience Africa. That's why you guys are crying, right? You cry like babies when we cheat. Welcome, Experience Africa. Thank you so much. Women like this kind of topic.
I greet you now all the women will gather for
here. Thank you so much. Thank you, Experience Africa, for joining us tonight.
Any man will come this kind of meeting, I ain't go here. But as a matter of fact,
Experience Africa, how? But no, now when we tell ourselves the truth now, how?
Make I talk small now. As a matter of fact, women think every time that they're the one that love, because they have the responsibility of taking care of toddlers, small babies. They're always nursing, breastfeeding, and they think that they're the ones that love the most. They're the ones who cook food, who take care of the man. They don't know that love is not the one you do; it's the one that is inside. Men love. Mona forget. Men love the things they do for their family. The sacrifices they do for their families, you will not believe.
Hey, God. See. Do we have women in the chat here listening to my experience? Do we have women in the chat listening to this man right now?
As a matter of fact, let me tell you something. A man, his pride, forget that the woman will do the cooking, cleaning, dressing of bed, servicing after, and everything. This man, he never has rest until his family is comfortable. You see men go to extremes of doing anything just to make money. It's not just for them for ego for them. No, They want their family to be comfortable. They want, the pride is for them. How is which school is his children going to? What kind of house is his family living in? That's their pride. That's their pride. The only thing is that you people see the one that you do every day. You don't see what men go through. I'm not reading the comment. I want to put the comment so I can know which direction I'm heading. You know, so women see the one they do. They don't see the one the men do. Some men have sold their souls. There are a lot of widows today because some men have sold their souls to satisfy their families.
Hey! Oh, you're welcome. Thank you so much. Like, seriously.
I was at the background. I was trying to, I have a lot to do, but I had experience. I said, no, I'm going to come up. Experience. I have just one question for you. You say men love the most. One question. The topic of today is talking about love child, right? Do you know it's only a woman that can accept that kind of child and still raise that child as though that child is hers, even knowing anywhere that her husband had gone outside while in the marriage, got someone pregnant, and they brought the child home. Let me be the one that will go outside now, get good belly for somebody and bring for my husband. So that is the end.
Okay, that's the question you have asked. Let me answer you in that context, right? Because it is said that when the man marries the woman is under the man. Society has accepted it, religion has accepted it, that the woman is now under the man, right?
Yes.
It is in society, it's allowed for a man to have more than one wife, but not allowed for a woman to have more than one husband. If peradventure, society has accepted it, and some religions permit it, if peradventure this man wants to have the woman that gives birth to the child outside of wedlock in his own house, it is allowed according to some traditions and to some religions. So if he's just bringing a child and not even bringing the mother home, the woman should be very much grateful.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
Experience. Okay.
Yes. What I'm saying, I just made mention of something. Before I went there, I said religion and
and
also some traditions.
Let me make it clearer, okay?
Yes.
I am married and I went to the courts. A judge, not even just ordinary register.
Okay,
a judge signed my document. So making it that my husband is just for me and me alone, right?
Yes.
Then it happens in the course of our marriage. He danced with somebody in the other room, and that produced a child. He realized that he cannot marry that woman and bring her home. Then the woman is not even interested in raising the child. You know what? I'm going to have this baby because I don't want to go through an abortion. But the fact that you take care of your baby. Then that man will now look me on the face. Let's say after 13 years of marriage, he will look me on the face and say, yo, Wanyom, I know I've offended you, but please, this is the outcome of that offense. Help me, forgive me, first of all. The child, I can't throw the child away. Help me raise. I will cry, initially. I will cry. I will call somebody like Spice It Up, my friend. Say, Bestie, see what has befallen me. We'll cry together on the phone. She will give me her advice. She will tell me, oh, yeah, call mommy. Let me speak to my mommy. I will speak to my mommy. I will speak to my siblings. We'll talk about it. We agree. It's because he's human. You can raise this child. I now agreed to go home and nurture this child. Then let's say 2 years after, one bobo just saw me in the bus, public transportation. We strike off a conversation. One thing led to other, one dinner followed, and then another thing led to the other room. And I happened to come home with pregnancy. And
Thank you.
Because he has done it before, I say, sweetheart, see what, this baby is not yours. So, we haven't been doing for the past 1 month. So this baby belongs to somebody else. I didn't know how I got myself into that situation. What do you think will be like this?
Okay.
First things first. In fairness.
Yes, let me answer you in fairness. First things first, you got married in the court. I want to drive somewhere, so please allow me to make the illustration. You got married in the court, and he has a child outside. He has brought him in. You have accepted him, right? It's court marriage.
Yeah.
I am telling you, if there is a problem when he brings this child, you don't go to court to settle it. You go to elders to settle it most times. And elders is
we
because
don't have elders in Western world, though. We don't have elders in Western world.
Spice, I remember on this your same channel, we were talking the other day, and you said people should join their community groups wherever they are, because if there is a problem, at least they can relate to those people. That is, you're still driving people to tradition and culture. Now, let me answer you in terms of that one. Like I said, first of all, the man is the head, and permission has been granted to the man, either traditionally or religiously, for him to be able to have even more than one wife. Peradventure, it happens, he can claim, okay, I wanted to add a wife. I can now afford to take care of 2 wives, and I want to add a wife. And it's allowed legally. It's not legally, although legally in some religion is allowed, and for her in her own practice is not allowed. You know, the Western law does not allow for that. But in Islamic law, I think it's allowed in Islamic law. He can have that, possibly. So it depends on what kind of law you're using. But lastly, no matter what happens, if anything happens or such, the man is always seen as he's not committing too much. Is maybe he just did adultery. They don't even see it as adultery. Maybe he wants to add that. They just see it like they sugarcoat it like he wants to have another wife, and maybe he wants to have his children outside, or maybe he doesn't have a male child, or he doesn't have a girl child, and fortunately he gets that one is a male child or a girl child. You know, there's always something to go about it. That
but usually they say it's a mistake, not because they wanted. They say it was just mistake. It happened once.
Because they want to suit you to accept it, isn't it? It's to suit you to accept it. It is just to suit you to accept it. They cajole you
and beg you to accept it.
Experience.
They beg you.
Yes. I have not answered your question. So let me go to your question.
You haven't answered my question.
And let me answer your question. Let me answer your question.
Just give me a second.
Okay.
Yeah, Cornelius. I know what you said. A woman's child in the marriage belongs to the man. Yes, we know that tradition. Okay, but I'm putting myself into the context now. Let's practicalize this. Dear, you happen to now be a family member of mine, because me and your wife are 5 and 6, right? Then I will tell you as I am now. For the past 1 month, me and my husband, we never do, and then I will call your wife 3 months after. I say, see you, I get beleo. She will say, oh, yeah, that's a good thing. Now pray. I say, no, it's not a good thing. That one bobo just met me like that. You understand? I have
just mistake.
Yeah, it was a mistake. Oh. Imagine all the wife.
One drink too much.
So it was a mistake. Then the belly.
Women don't make that kind of mistake. Oh.
Really? Because
only men can make. Only men.
Right?
Only men can. We went out and they drank. And the woman had a tequila, and then she was knocked off from kissing the man.
That is why the woman cannot go out without her husband to drink.
You see but the condition experience. Come back with your real face so that I can be seeing your face. Remove this thing.
This is his real face.
I know. He's behind the scene. I can't see his movement. Let him come back. So that
you want to feel his body language. You want to see his body movement.
See, Diane is saying that one is different too. You see the reaction. That one is different. It's not different.
Estelle, welcome. Thank you so much, Estelle. Sorry guys. Estelle, thank you so much for coming. I appreciate you. Mel Fierce Fitness, thank you so much for coming. Please, guys, as you come in, kindly hit the like button, okay? And the link is the Experience Africa. Looks like he fell off, but let me drop the link again so he can come up. And he has to finish this matter. I think he's back. Yeah, welcome. Please, as you come in, kindly hit the like. Hit the like for me. Don't forget, please. Experience, you've gone out again. You've gone out again. Check. Click on the link. You came up and fell off again.
Dear, said this one is a different case. No, I want to know, because they said the reason why I jumped on women love more. That's what Pepe said. Experience came to counter that. To counter that
men love more.
Men love more. I now brought this issue now. We are talking about loving. So answer me. If that's
I'm
my
back.
situation now, you're back.
Welcome back.
Answer me.
Yes. So if that is your situation, number one, you know, you went out to drink with, or whatever occasion you went to without your man, it's a taboo, in fact. First of all. Yes, because
wait, hold on. Like seriously, hold on. Busuma, welcome. Thank you. Sandra Onyekachukwu Wanyoma, no, welcome. Thank you so much. I acknowledge you and I appreciate you. Dioma, guys, wait. So I can't go out to go and have tequila right now. I am Oyoyo cannot go out and go and drink tequila right now. No, you do not
understand. See, I am telling you something. Even the Bible says that some people will be judged by the laws of the land, right? Am I right or wrong? I hope so that I cannot make somebody.
Do we have Bible students here? Because I'm not good at the Bible, so I don't know where it is in the Bible.
There are some people that will be judged by the laws of their land. Those who did not know Christ, you know, if they obeyed the laws of the land, they might probably see heaven. That is what it means. So, by that virtue, it means that we are talking in the context of African men. An African man is allowed. I don't know one tribe in Africa that says a man cannot have concubines.
Wow.
Not one African tribe. And we are
Africans. Okay, fine. We agree. Men are allowed, isn't it? African men. Even in my place, men are allowed to have concubines and wives. I know.
So
we agree. But if one of your wives.
Let me finish my statement.
Okay.
Secondly, there are tribes in Africa that when their best friend comes to visit them, they dedicate one of their wives or one of their, I don't know, mostly one of their wives to their friend.
Best friend, yes.
In my next word, I will be a man. I will show you men shaking. I will show you all shaking. If I reincarnate, I will show you.
So in the same.
You are freezing.
Yeah, am I back now?
Yeah, you're back. Yeah, you're back.
So what I'm trying to say is that even the African culture, I will talk generally in African context, that, you know, you can't, a mango does not fall far from its tree, no matter how. If it's going to fall naturally, it cannot fall far from its tree. So if we have modernized culture, we have changed some certain things in life, we cannot change the fact that we still remain Africans. Our brain format is still African.
See, he's agreeing with Diani in the comment section. That is right, absolutely 100%. They are both agreed. When a man does that, it's a mistake, and a woman should tolerate it. Dioma said it. A woman should understand. We are made to understand. Swallow it as if it's not pain, right? But when I just did a hypothesis here, using myself as a case study, you understand? Then
that's what I said.
If it's now a woman that did the same, hey, abomination don't happen. Do you think
yes. The family members will come and help the man pack the woman's thing? Una will look at her eyes. Mommy fetch is there. Mommy, welcome back.
Mommy fetch
welcome back. They will come and clear her things.
Sorry, I will show my face. I'm already on my pajamas. You know, I said I'm going to be in the background as a student today. Yeah. Because there are some of the topics, some topics you normally raise. I'll just be a student and be in the background without talking. That's what I've been doing. That's when I left to Yo-Yo's live stream, I came to yours and I've been in the background just being a student, but I can't keep it any longer. After hearing
it. Thank you for coming up.
Thank you, Mommy.
Hypothesis. Look at how they
Shade, welcome.
In the comment section and experience.
Yeah. After hearing the experience, I thought, you know what? I need to come up, even though I'm in my pajamas, I don't show my face. And experience Africa.
Yeah. I'm here, man.
Okay. I mean, I can see where you're coming from. Yeah, I can see exactly where you're coming from. However, we have to differentiate between what was happening in the days of my own parents or their own parents even, and what is happening now. And you see, I've always said, when people are getting married, remember what the Bible says. Therefore, a man shall leave his mother and father and cleave to his wife. He did not say wives. I know that some cultures, or even in Nigeria, some men are allowed to marry more than one wife. But when you meet your wife, when you are about to get married, I've said it in one of my videos, discuss it. It's fine that you want to have more than one or two or three wives. Fine. Tell that to your wife that in case so in future, it may be next, I may want to marry more than one wife. Or are you ready for this? Plan this. Okay, even if you didn't think of it initially and you did not discuss it, and you're already married to this wife. Also, when you now think, she's no longer enough for me, tell her the reason why she's no longer enough. If there's something she's doing, discuss it with her again, and then tell her you are going to get another wife. But if that was not discussed, and the man goes out there and impregnates a woman, he has not cheated, he has committed adultery. It's infidelity, and it's strong, it's body to body. We can't just mess around here and say, oh, men are wired differently, man, traditional, man, this and that. Yes, discuss it first. And if your wife is in agreement, go ahead. Just like what Oyoyo said, she's given that scenario. Nobody could come up with the answer to that question, because at the end of the day,
they are yet to give me answers. Will you accept it?
Yeah, because if it's not discussed and it's not in agreement, and the wife, it happened, and then the man said, okay, honey, let's leave it and this, and then the lady makes a mistake, and then that one is not even discussed. Are you a woman? Why must you do that? I'm not advocating that this should be happening. In the first place, a man should not even be doing that. If what the Bible says about husband and wife is being fulfilled in a marriage, in the home. But if the man wants to start messing around, let it be agreement that you go and marry the person, not going out there to impregnate somebody and say that it was temptation, or it was accident. And so the woman cannot be tempted as well, because and then you're talking about a man loving. Let me come to that one. When you say that men love more than women, listen. If a man loves his wife and respects the wife, his thing will not be rising up out there for another woman. If there's that love for that woman, so what kind of love is that?
Thank you, mommy.
Honestly, mommy, what kind of love is that? Mommy, so I think we have to balance this here. Yeah,
mommy.
Yeah,
I know that double standard is not good in any type of relationship, or in any aspect of life. Double standard should not be the case. But first of all, you said a Christian man, so if he's really a Christian man, he will not do it, right? And if the wife is a Christian woman, she will not be drinking also. So it means that of the two of them, sorry, my ring light is off. I don't know. I just continue, or I just put another power back. Sorry. So I don't look like I'm in the club.
But it's actually lovely.
No, I need the light. So as a matter of fact, I'll just continue talking while I fix. Just a minute. So there shouldn't be double standards in any way for both parties. But if it so happen, if a woman is a Christian woman also, I don't think she will be in a beer parlor drinking and having to have anything to do.
I was expecting you to say the man will also forgive the woman, just like the woman forgave the man.
It's not possible, no. It's not possible. You know that the man.
Not possible.
If the man tries it, he cannot even go to his village.
So that is the reason why men should not cheat.
If the mother is alive, she will even curse him.
That's
if
the
the
reason
mother is
why.
alive.
Well, it was a mistake.
No, if
it was a mistake.
To a man, they should
Did
understand
you,
that they should not cheat on
did
their
you
wife.
get? Did you get what I said?
Do you remember that man in US that brought a woman from Nigeria, his wife,
yes.
and then eventually the wife got pregnant outside, and was it outside or even before? She pinned it on the man, and the man knew and later forgave her.
They did introduction and traditional marriage, you understand? The next thing, the man got a call, I'm pregnant. It's okay, no problem. We're gonna think that the baby is yours. So the man believed, you understand? No, they did introduction. So the next thing, that I'm pregnant, the man felt it was okay, fine. Filed papers for them on going to the embassy to do the DNA test. The embassy in Nigeria told the man that this child does not belong to you. The man looked at the woman, but you said it's my baby. Say she didn't have any explanation to give. But guess what? That man took the woman and the child. But fast forward it to 10 years after, right? Or maybe 14 years after now, they are going to court for divorce. That woman is evil. Anybody that can use somebody's pregnancy and tie it on another person is not a good person.
If she had come out clean, the man would have still forgiven. You understand? But it took time. She deceived him up to this very moment. But now we're looking at in this context now. It happened. Let's say the misunderstanding, like the scenario, the person this thing happened to loved this woman so much. This woman is just his life.
Yes,
and when it happened, he didn't know what to do. And that is the question: like, how do I go about this? How do I live with this pregnancy, with this child, knowing fully whether this is a fruit of infidelity? But he doesn't want to lose his wife or his marriage either.
Yeah.
But if you turn the table around, like Estelle said, I mean, we said the men will gladly beg, and everybody, the society, neighbors, family, everybody will beg the woman to forgive and accept. But if it has happened to a woman by mistake as well, or it was just one night, or even it's just the head that entered.
You know, when I talk, I try to make it go general. When I try to make it general, and I try to go biblical. When Abraham did not have a child in the Bible, I still go back again. He did not find a man. I hope you are getting me. He did not find a man with his wife, but the wife instead found a woman for him to sleep with.
And what?
Yeah, that one is different.
It's not different. No double standard.
No, it's
double standard.
It's not the same thing.
No double standard.
Let's assume now the way I am, okay? I've been married, asking God for the fruit of the womb, and I couldn't conceive. I was okay, sweetheart, because it was the tradition. Let me get a wife, a woman that will bear children.
What if he is the one that has the problem?
No, I guess she must have concluded the problem is not from Abraham. And what happened? Of course, Abraham was not the problem. The problem was just the woman. God hasn't.
How do we even know the problem was Sarah?
No,
that's what I'm saying.
Sarah eventually had a child, but God did not allow. It wasn't.
That's
Sarah's
the question.
problem.
How do we know at that point in time, even that the problem was Sarah's problem? Even
the problem
because if she later conceived, how did we know?
The reason why Sarah did what she did, because Sarah has passed the age of childbearing.
Exactly.
I think Sarah was something about. She
still gave birth to a child. She still gave birth to a child. So there's no age.
To a child because of God's ordination. God ordained that to happen. So that the promise he made to Abraham will come to fulfillment, that you're going to be father of many nations. But Sarah has passed the age of childbearing. The best thing you can do for your husband, there was no IVF, there was no surrogacy, is to find another woman.
Well, wait, I want to ask one question. Wait, Mommy Fechi is here. I'm not trying to question anything now. You understand? Don't get me wrong. But let's even think about this thing. Let's digress a little bit. Just 1 second, okay? And if God promised Abraham back then that he was going to be a father of nation, and God is still capable. He still has the power to make Sarah conceive. Why wait until Sarah had to give her maid to Abraham? Haggai had that child, and then before God now made her pregnant, when she can still conceive, if the Bible says she had passed the age, but still, after having this guy, she still had a child.
Course. You know what?
That is why the woman is not to be the mother of many nations. It's supposed to be the man to be the mother of many nations. We are descendants of Abraham. We are all descendants of Abraham. The woman is not supposed to be the mother of many nations. The man is supposed to be the mother of many nations. It's biblical.
See, my own understanding about this.
Triplets, welcome. I'm just thinking about it.
The Bible was using that to make us understand that this thing we called believe and faith. You want to trust something. Sarah trusted God for many years. It did not happen. She gave up the hope of having a child. You understand? She couldn't bear it any longer. She couldn't hope any further. You understand? Even if that faith is as tiny as a mustard seed, at some point you wear out. When you have waited for 20 years, nothing happened. You're human. It still shows us that Sarah is human. Just like
she gave up, right? So why did God not decide to give it to her after she had given up? He didn't give it to her when she was still.
He showed that he's God.
Spice, you are agreeing with me now. You are agreeing.
That's how God works.
No, I am not. I am not agreeing with you. I'm not. I am supporting my gender.
So you are denying me now.
God did not want that promise He made to Abraham to come through Hagar.
Exactly.
He wanted the promise to come through Sarah. So that people will believe that He is still God.
God, He does His own thing at His own time.
Everything in His own time, everything is beautiful.
That's why, yeah.
So, yes, He wants in its own time. But like I said, He did not promise. I have not seen anywhere in the Bible that they're talking of a woman and having multiple husbands. But men, Solomon had concubines. Yes. Abraham had his own outside of his wife provided for him. So it's I don't have to go on and on and on, but this is to tell you that it is allowed for a man to have
I don't know whether you understood what I was saying. I'm not saying that it's not possible or it shouldn't be allowed or whatever. However, there should be agreement. Some women may not mind. Personally, I will mind. So if it was discussed initially before we got married, I would say to my husband, no, I don't think I'll cope with that, and we'll part our ways. So I'm not saying that
Abraham and his wife did not discuss earlier before they were married, or they did not discuss earlier. They discussed while they were already involved.
Who and who?
Abraham
and his wife.
Yeah.
That's for them then. I'm just telling you what I would do. You know, and
the discussion was not before; it was after.
But seriously, let's look at this. Okay, experience. Let me ask you directly now.
Somebody said I should remove the Bible. Somebody said I should remove it. I went traditionally. They say no, it shouldn't be traditional. We went to Bible. They say no, I should remove Bible.
I want to ask you this question as a man in our midst. You marry tomorrow, but you love your wife so much. Mistakenly, what would you do? Mistakenly, it's not deliberately. She fell and gave into temptation. It was once. She didn't even enjoy it.
Women don't make mistake.
Wow.
If it's that department, women don't make mistake.
Wow. But men do.
Even a man cannot do. He's the one who originates, or maybe he's lured into it, but he's not mistake. He can be lured into it too.
Wow.
And even if he's interested,
he was lured. She too was lured.
Even if he's interested, if she says no, it's no. It's the different case if my wife is raped and she comes home and she tells me she's raped. In fact, me, I would not even want it to be heard. It's a different case. But when it is me outside, at least me, I know that, okay, maybe I will be seduced, and then for a man, it's easier to fall. But for a woman, yes, for a woman, it's easier for her to fall.
Chicks out there, the ones seducing men.
Why will men be making excuses for their? I don't
know, Mommy Fetchy.
What's all this?
These men will start shocking you people very soon. We'll start shocking you. Stop falling into temptation. We fall into temptation. Do you know the temptations we see on every day? Like every day
that's why you are
do you know the temptations we receive?
In that department, they say women are stronger.
With my first child,
in that department, women are stronger.
A man saw me. I was with my niece and my brother's wife. Then my brother's wife was about getting married. So they were both single women. I was the only woman with a wedding band on my hand. And then with 7 months pregnancy, the man saw me and he said, "Man, you look good. Are you hooked?
You look hot, baby.
Are you hooked this evening?" I was like, what? We can fall into temptation. We can also make mistakes.
But we resist it.
We are not God.
That is why I said you are not God, but somehow you have been designed to be stronger.
Wow.
Wow. In terms of that,
I rest my case experience. Dioma said we cannot win in this argument, so I rest my case.
We have Vanessa here. Let's hear from Vanessa. Vanessa, welcome. Thank you so much. Good. Please, guys, I really appreciate your patience and your time, your contribution in the chat, making the chat so interesting and juicy. Please, if you have not given me a thumbs up, kindly go ahead and click a thumbs up. And the link is there. Whoever wants to jump in, this is something very serious. It has happened to someone. You know, we think these things don't happen. It happens. Until it happens, that is when we now begin to say, so this thing is even possible. Well, Vanessa, welcome. Thank you so much. Vanessa, are you there? Vanessa, are you there?
Maybe she's on mute.
Okay, maybe she's on mute. Experience Africa is back. Yeah, he dropped off, but he's back now. Okay, let's go on. Maybe when Vanessa on mute. Vanessa, if you can hear us, unmute
can you hear
mic.
Me?
Oh, we can hear you now.
Okay. I thought you guys could hear me. I didn't know I had my mic muted. Sorry. Yeah, I said I heard what the experience was saying. I had to just jump in. Okay, I couldn't hold it anymore. He started by saying about alcohol. First of all, taking alcohol is not a sin. Okay,
but not without your husband.
You getting drunk. Okay, and so it's the same thing with the food. When you eat, if you eat more than, when you force yourself and you eat too much, that is you committing sin. Okay, so but you taking alcohol is not a sin. So saying a woman is not supposed to go to a bar, you can go to a bar and drink and still come back and kabash and pray, and things will still happen in the spirit realm. People will get healed, so on and so forth.
Dioma, I know I'm laughing here. Dioma says, so men are weaker vessels now when it comes to infidelity issues.
Oh God.
Go on, Vanessa.
Yeah, and secondly, traditionally experience, you have to understand that we also still have African culture that permits women to marry more than one husband, but we don't seem to say that a lot.
I want to know the culture.
Your own country gone they do, and why most Nigerian people don't know say that part man can do on a research now what for now.
Nigerian
what for Nigerian people? Yes.
Nigerian culture.
There are tribes that you are allowed to marry more than one husband as a woman. So we need to understand. We cannot be saying, men can make mistakes, they can fall this, they can do that. Well, women can do the same, because we also have part of our culture that says we can do it. So if maybe you're from a part that says you cannot do, you can go and borrow from the other neighbor tribe that can do it, since the men are allowed to do it all over the country.
How can you borrow when
well, that's what it is, because if you're saying that a man will do it and our culture supports that they can take many wives, okay, we still also have part of our culture that supports that the women can marry more than one husband.
This African culture you're talking of some communities. I'm talking of 90% of African culture, starting from the north to the southern part of Africa, east to west. 90%.
But are we all Africans or not? Are we Africans 90%. Or not?
Yes, that's what I'm saying. 90% permits a man to marry more than one.
Tell us the tribe. The tribe is a part of a Jaw tribe. You can find it in Bayelsa State, and I think maybe some part of River State. I don't know about River State. A tribe where
yes.
allowed.
I will check that.
If you go ask your question, ask. Don't you have old people? Go and ask your grandma. If you have grandma and grandpas in the family, call them and ask.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
For a woman to marry many husbands in South Africa, you can do that. It's legal.
Yeah, it's part of our tradition. It's just that it is so suppressed. It is so suppressed in a way that people don't even talk about it. So some of our people don't even know that this exists. So men can go around doing whatever they want to do, and women cannot do it. But no, it's part of our culture too. We can marry multiple husbands. So he brings in a wife, you two bring in a husband.
Today, gayism is accepted in in some African countries. Some, not all. Some, and you can practically get married in those African countries. Are we going to say it's African tradition? This is borrowed tradition. It's not African tradition. But the African tradition, we know that an African man, can marry more than one wife. The one we know, the one we practice, not the borrowed one we have now. And this is not to say that it did not exist. The gayism did not exist before the white man. It was there, but it was not known as our tradition. But this is the one they know us to it, that a man can marry more than one wife. Now we're not talking of even marriage. We're talking of having a child outside, a concubine, which is, in fact, it's a no-go area, because I'm telling you, my grandma then, when I was younger, I lived with my grandparents. Actually, I grew up with my grandparents. The first 10 years of my life was with my grandparents, 9 to 10 years. And I used to know in the village, there's this thing they call hwajem. They call it like the husband has a woman outside, and his wife even knows the woman. And sometimes this hwajem is either someone who has lost her husband, he caters for her, he takes care of the children, but she's not in his house. She's in her own house. Or she's a single woman, no kids, or something like that. But it was a tradition which I knew of when I was growing up. So it's not something new. It's just that the way that society or religion, the first thing the white man did to us to finish us in Africa was religion. Whether it's the Islam or they all brought it. They're all white-skinned people who brought it. Whether it's Christianity, whether it's Islam, whether it's Hindu, whatever kind of religion that they brought to us.
Sorry, I need to go down now, but I just I've said what I want.
The first thing that destroyed us. But as a matter of fact, it is not like... Thank you
so much, Mommy Fechi. Thank you so much, Mommy. Right. Have a beautiful night.
This topic will never get into any proper agreement, but all I'm saying, before I go down, all I'm saying is that men should not just use because they are men and be doing what they should not be doing. Everybody should control themselves.
Mommy, I hope you'll be around.
Sorry?
I hope you'll be around. I hope you're not going. I just want to make this last statement so that you hear before you go.
Okay. Go on.
I have always been a respecter of women. I don't like violence. I don't like infidelity. I don't promote any of them. But I know that first, I am human. The second thing is I'm African. First, I'm human. Second is I'm African. Those two I know. So I will never support inhumanity, infidelity, no. But as a matter of fact, it is easier to deal with the case when it is the man who commits infidelity. It's easier. I don't mean it doesn't leave pain. I don't mean that it doesn't leave pain both ways. But it's easier for a woman to tolerate, to accept when it comes to that situation than for a man to say his wife is doing something outside. No matter how good, nice, and everything, once it happens, you hardly find that family back together. But a man can even, I know of some men, they not have only one. They brought 3, 4, 5 from different places, different tribes, prominent people. And the one inside had to just accept. And they moved on.
That's why it will keep happening if we can just be there accepting things that are going wrong, and it just becomes normal. So that's why it shouldn't just be seen as normal, because
the one thing the white man did not give us that we are still searching for, we've not found, is one thing. A white man can get married to a woman who has children and live with her comfortably without no problem, and they will not have problem. You will love her.
Yeah,
she can be older, she can be younger. They would not have problem. That culture we did not borrow. That one we did not borrow.
But experience, you also mentioned where you said women don't make the mistake of having kids outside. I will advise you to go and watch this program. They have their YouTube channel. It is called Paternity Court, and in the US, it happens almost every other day. A woman that is married will go out, get pregnant for another man, give birth to the child, and then go again, sleep again with her boyfriend, and give birth again to the child. Go to just type in that in YouTube and you will see that it happens all the time. So it's possible. It's not only a man that can fall into that temptation. So if they are going to fall into it and they will be forgiven, then I think the women too needs to be forgiven when they do it over and over again.
I did not say women don't fall into it. I only said women are stronger and the woman can decide either to do it or not to do it. She has the stronger willpower in terms of when it comes to that aspect of life. She has a stronger willpower to say no or yes. But for the man, it's easier for him to go up and down. Very easy.
Very, very easy. Really. Hey, this matter wear trouser. This matter be like bicycle. Hey? Mommy,
anybody can fall into temptation. It all has to do with self-control. It doesn't have to do with your sex, being a female or a male. Anybody, it has to do with self-control. So it's not about your gender.
Absolutely, yeah. We have to control whether men or women. We have to control ourselves.
I like to give references again, to my reference Bible. I want to go to my reference Bible. Lot did not approach his daughters.
That what?
They were the ones who seduced.
What?
So
wait.
Yes.
See who? Sorry, I didn't hear you.
He said Lot.
Okay. They were the ones who seduced him because he was drunk, isn't it?
You see it. So ordinarily, he would not do it. So a man ordinarily would not cheat.
Are you talking about these men that we see that we gladly?
What do you mean ordinarily? Ordinarily, it's their lifestyle. What do you mean? Ordinarily, they will not.
Are you talking about the same gender?
So men only.
Mommy,
men only.
Mommy, you say what? What did you say, Mommy?
No, he's saying that men won't ordinarily unless they are seduced. So the man, where was the man when he was being seduced? Where was he? Is he the man supposed to be?
See, when it comes to that thing, the man doesn't have brain. That thing does not have brain.
Who gave him the drink? Who gave Lot the drink, first of all? Was it not Lot himself that was busy drinking?
Yes. Yes.
Was he forced to drink? He didn't know his limits. He didn't know.
But even if somebody said you must still fall. Even if you're walking to your room and somebody is laying down on the bed, let's say a woman with her legs open, or you as a woman, you walk into your room, you see a man laying down on the bed, dangling his thing, must you go and fall on top of the thing?
That's what I said.
When you turn your back and walk out of the room. Pushing in and out, he was not drunk. When he was going in and out, he was not drunk. He knew where to put it. He knew when he came. But yet, he didn't know it was his daughters. Were there other women around there?
The earlier we stopped, making excuses for what men do or even women do, because some women are very sexually active that they can't even hold themselves. So the minute we stop making excuses for these kind of people, the better, because everybody needs to control themselves, especially when you're married and you've agreed that you're going to marry to one person. If there's an agreement to marry multiple wives, then go for it. That's all I'm going to say. And I'll say good night to everyone.
Good night, Mommy. Okay. Thank you so much. And we appreciate you. God bless you, Mommy. God bless you.
Good night, Mommy. Good night.
Good night. Bye.
Good night.
Bye. Good night.
Oh dear.
Men who ask out women, are they the ones being seduced? I'm telling you, this gender, we need to just be settling this matter. Oh, this gender. Eh?
No, the thing is,
we have Gioma in our midst here. Gioma, welcome. Thank you, Queen, for joining.
Thank you. Good evening, everybody.
Good evening.
Good evening. Welcome.
Fine.
So what do you have to say, Queen?
I've been in the background listening, and though I'm a bit distracted by these kids, but but what I think about this matter is polygamy to me is what has caused the whole problem in this whole issue. Because if polygamy had not existed from the beginning, the men will not have such, as in, so how will I explain it? They won't stand their ground too much. And it has also affected women in such a way. If a man go outside and, as in, if a man English.
If a man cheats.
Yes, if a man cheats and come back home, the wife, even if she's angry, she will still accept the man back. Because even if the woman decides not to accept the man and say, okay, no, the man will say, okay, oh, you are free to go. And he will now bring the woman that gave birth to that child. So many women accept these children because they don't want to lose their homes and they don't want to lose their marriages, because polygamy is like, okay, and we women too, we they do ourselves. Because if, okay, like an example of people that have gone out, they give birth to one, bring back, the woman will accept, still go out, bring back another one, the woman will accept, still go out, bring back another one, the woman will accept. Okay, why is she just accepting these children? And why is she not saying, I don't want again, please let me go? Because if you go, there are 1 million, as in the women doing line to come and take over. They are already there waiting for you to just say, I'm going. So that's why we cannot really win this matter, because we, the women, we are also doing ourselves inside this whole thing. And for men, a man will tell you, forget it. And even if you're with your husband, he might go out and he'll be looking around and be seeing things. But if you make a mistake and maybe just do as if somebody just say, hello, hi, please, can I? Hey, you've not done anything. No.
Only just looking at the person with smile is the problem.
They don't even want to perceive that thing that there's, yes, I'm talking. Oh, sorry.
Children, I said, now you want to do what? Be good.
She's reporting her brother.
They will always fight. Tom and Jerry's in the house. They will always fight.
That's the reason why I've not come up since, so because
it's okay.
So they don't even want to perceive that another man is even looking at their wife. A man will marry 10 women or 5 women. Inside that 5 women, he does not even want to hear that another man is looking at one. That 4 is his possession. But he can still go out and go and look for extra one to make it 5. And those remaining 4, we accept the 5. We accept the 5th one. No leave, no transfer. That's why I said polygamy has actually spoiled everything for us. So, and polyandry is not something that is common.
Gioma, look at what Cornelius wrote. He said, in the Bible, he said it is the fulfillment of the biblical injunction that a day will come when 7 women will be willing to be with one man, only to be the wife of a man. Hey.
That is it now, because some people will still argue with you and say in the Bible polygamy still existed. David married more than one wife. There are so many of them that married more than one.
So if you bring Bible and Christianity and everything,
but do you know, even David, God said that he was the one that gave him those wives, and if he wants more, he would have given him more.
You see, wait,
God
wait. So God, you want God to come down and tell you that the one He has given us today is the one giving us. If He's not giving us, we cannot have them.
So is it God that is giving you people the one you are going after?
He has not closed the business of giving people wife. God has not closed.
The truth is, we have to understand that even if we're talking about God, the Bible was written by mostly men. So it was written by people that were biased.
99%
that God didn't even tell them to put in that book. Then the ones that God told them that didn't favor them, they removed it.
Exactly.
They say it is, you know, when I read that part when God told David, why did you go to take another man's wife, Uriah? That have I not given you all? If you had wanted more, I would have given you. So that means even all the other women David has been going after, it is God that gave him those women. And then now he has taken another person. That God is angry because he took another person's wife. You understand?
That is so he said, if you have wanted
wait, if we're talking about the case of David, we have to understand that David was a man after God's heart. David knew how to praise God. All these men of these days, all they think about is how to go and look for what is under. They even know how to praise God for God to give them.
And the thing is that David married those women, though. Apart from Uriah's wife that he lost after.
That's the only place he was angry. He was not angry when it was not another person's wife. He was only angry when it was another person's wife.
Yes.
So if if the man has a concubine who is not another person's wife, she has the baby, you should accept it.
Hey, this matter, I don't even know. Honestly, I'm looking at it and I'm sure. Each time I read some of these places, and I'm wondering, so does it mean that all these men, all these women, men are going after? Is it God that is still giving it to them? I want to understand.
God is not giving them anything, because didn't the Bible say we should keep ourselves, keep yourself until you get married? So you that you're being somebody's concubine.
If you go to do it outside,
because it's not God that is giving them. Men just twisted the Bible to favor themselves, the way they twisted the tradition and other laws to favor themselves. That's what's happening.
As in polygamy is natural in men. That is just it. So, but in short, I'm tired.
Don't be tired.
That's the excuse. That's the excuse they give. Polygamy is in men. Who says that there are no women out there that really wants to enjoy themselves and sit on different types of people, but in different days?
You heard when I was saying. You heard when I was saying we women face temptation as well. We see sometimes even when we go to the gym, we see the way they package Ebola inside the gym wear. It is so, you look at it and you rebuke the devil. You resist the temptation. But
that one is even better now. What when they wear that joggers trouser and they don't even wear boxers on, the thing is dangling right, left, and center. Don't people see it?
They said you can be
tempted. Why don't the women grab them?
Women are tempted, but we decide to keep ourselves. If men can actually do the same, things will be better. But no,
be in a better place. If men can do the same, resist temptation. Stop collecting numbers. Stop going for dates. Stop saying I want to see you just to chat, just to gist. From there you kiss, and then you do, and then the woman gets pregnant, and you now come and tell me, the wife that has been resisting the temptation all these years, I've been resisting and rebuking the devil. I didn't fall into temptation. Then you now fall into yours, and then you want me to accept it. When I accept it and I fall into my own temptation, you don't believe me. You cry. You cry. Hey guys, no, let's be honest. Temptation, nobody's above temptation. Women fall, men fall. So what we are saying is, if men fall and we can forgive and accept, if we fall also, learn to forgive and accept. What is good for the geese is good for the gander, or is it kanda, or whatever it is called. You know, we are humans. but they are laughing. We are humans. Now you might check them now. Are you above temptation?
It's true.
Are you above temptation?
Nobody is.
Hey, I am not above temptation. You are not above.
We're talking about humans. We're talking about humans, not God.
Human beings. No, not gender here now. We're not talking about a man or a woman. We're talking about human being. We all make mistakes. We all fall into temptations. So when it happens, men should also have that open heart to forgive and let us have the baby, and the baby bears their name as well. You know,
it starts
the deed has been done.
It starts with pride. That pride and ego that men have, that is what will not allow them to forgive the women the way the women will forgive them for the same mistake.
They'll be imagining. You know, especially imagining
that men, they understand themselves.
You know your wife's ringtone, and your wife's ringtone turns your head, and then you now start imagining. So she was doing the order. She was doing all this.
What? So she's not thinking the same thing too when he comes to tell her, "Oh, I had the child by mistake outside." Is he not thinking? So he was performing all those wonders that he used to perform in the house outside.
Especially if the woman knows how to give from behind, he will be wondering, did she give it from behind? You know, how did she give the money?
But do you know that even before...
Is it a network? I think it's a network.
Possible. Yeah.
Yeah. Jama.
Okay, can you hear me?
All right. Yeah, thank you so much, guys. Host, I want to sign out.
Oh, to Experience Africa, you've been so amazing. You are one man that supports me all the time. I really appreciate you. Your contributions, your opinion, you know, it's well appreciated. Thank you so much. I appreciate you.
I do appreciate, and I want to apologize to all the women in the house. Please don't let this one not make you not go and subscribe to my channel. Please subscribe to my channel. I support women. I support men.
Please,
anyway,
please guys, you can check him out. You can check him out, okay?
Yeah, I want to sign out, so I'll be in the background listening because I'm working. So please, guys, thank you so much. I do appreciate all of you. And whenever you have a good topic, I'll definitely come.
Finally, Experience, would you advise, at least even if it's not you, can you advise your fellow man to please? Finally, before you go, can you please? Okay, not you. Now, Experience Africa cannot, but a brother, a friend, can you advise him to forgive and accept the baby?
Yes, advice is good. It's advisable. Advice is good, but as a matter of fact, I know the society I come from, so I know it's a very, very, very difficult case. 95 over 100 cases. He might be look like people will see him because we tend to rely on what people say, you know, unlike being us, because I know if we were ourselves, it might not really be a problem for him. But most times we look at life in our own type of society, we look at what people say, what will my family say, what will my village people say, what will my neighbors say. So it might be very, very difficult. But for me, I don't see anything wrong with it. If he can make a mistake, a woman can also make a mistake, and it should be forgiven. Yeah, and it should be forgiven. Actually, I remember there was a time I dated someone and we fell apart. She started dating somebody, but I still wanted the girl, so I still went after the girl. So I cannot say that it did not happen when they were together. So it's possible to happen, but I had to let go because I love the person. I had to let go. So if you love the person, you can let go of situations like that, no matter what. So, but like I said, in the society where we come from, 95%, it will be a big shame on the man. He cannot carry it. He cannot carry it. I'm telling you, emotionally, he might be finished completely. So on that note, I'll just say it's not a good thing. I don't even pray for it to happen. We should try to avoid it, whether a man or woman. But if it eventually happens, how you deal with it will be based on individuals. But I know that it's not something that is really, really nice. It comes with a lot of emotional damage to it completely.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Experience Africa. God bless you. I'll see you in the next one and on yours as well. God bless you and have an amazing night rest.
Yeah, you too. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you.
Bye, Vanessa. Bye. And everybody in the house, thank you so much. Thank you and see you. Goodbye, guys.
Bye, Experience.
Yeah, bye.
Bye. Yeah. Wow, Vanessa, my gorgeous queen. Honestly, I know we never arrive at a conclusion on this because this man's ego, God, their ego is over bloated. It's gonna, we need to bust their ego, you know, punch it like this and bust their, and bust that ego of theirs.
Even if you bust it, it still won't work.
We need to deflate their ego a little bit, you know. You see, if there's anything I've learned today from the discussion, both from Experience Africa, from Cornelius, and from the chat here, it is the fact that men are not just, it's not because they can't forgive, but they are looking at what people will say. You know, they're looking at the society, you know, their family. People are going to think the man is a weakling. He's not man enough, you know, to make a decision to send her away. He's allowing love. You know, Africans, that's why it's very difficult for men to express their love. You know, they feel a man shouldn't love. A man should love with his brain, but women should love selflessly, kind of, you know, unconditional love. But there is nothing like unconditional love when it comes to men. That is one thing I've come to see now, that it is easier for men to ask women for forgiveness, and the woman will accept and forgive. But very, very difficult for a man to do same, because he'll be looking, man, guys will say, I'm sleeping, I still have a woman who another man is bedding. Kind of. And then the society, then family, especially families with tradition. There are some traditions that where when a woman does something like this, there's a no, is a taboo. You know, yes, but there is no taboo for men. You know, it's not taboo for them. I'm yet to see taboo for men. I am yet to come across one taboo for men. It's always taboo against women. And I won't be surprised, like you said, the Bible was written by men, bunch of men, written for women alone. You know, so that is what I have seen here today, that it's going to be very, very difficult for men to accept pregnancy, baby from another man, and give that child his name. But we want a woman to accept and give the child his name. You know, it's really sad. That's what I can deduce here. Anyway, we'll draw the curtain. Vanessa, your last word before we go. You've been amazing. You've been amazing today.
You've said it all already, host. They will never consider, and I think society too have to blame, because they always, men are expected, too much expected from them. So they are trying to live up to, you know, what is expected of them. So they will always want to have that pride to say, let me live with my head up high instead of my friends laughing at me and mocking me. So they will never ever. So except society start cutting them slack, because you hear things like, man is not supposed to cry, you know. So even when something happens to them, they all bottle it up. You know, that's why sometimes they explode and they do the unthinkable. So society is expecting too much from them. So on that hand, I do understand too. Thank you very much for having me.
You have been so amazing. Thank you so much, Vanessa, for your time here. Thank you, gorgeous, and I appreciate. God bless you, and have an amazing night rest. Good night.
Thank you. So, guys, thank you. Bye.
Yeah, good night. Bye. Yeah, so guys, this is where we draw the curtain today. We have seen it. We've heard Cornelius, you've been so amazing. Olufunke, Mel, you've been amazing. Experience Africa, Estelle family, Dioma, mom of triplets. You all have been so amazing. Like seriously, the chat has been so fun. And from what we can deduce today is that what is good for the geese is not good for the gander. That is what I have just deduced today. That in the sense that men will not allow their ego. Men will never. It is hard. It is difficult. Just a few. Let's say, I don't even think the percentage is up to 5% of men that will accept this. You know, I mean, up to 5%. But we see this daily, women accepting it and moving on. But family, society, and ego will not allow a man keep a woman who got pregnant for another man and brings the child home. It's almost impossible. But what can we do? They said it's a man's world. Let's see how things go. Maybe a time will come when men will gladly, openly, without thinking about what the society will say, what their family will say, what everyone will say, without thinking about it, and they will embrace that woman they love so much and say, hey, baby, it was a mistake. I forgive you, okay? Yeah, I will let it go. It's a mistake. Come and bring home the baby. The baby's taking my name and all that. Well, it's a man's world. Thank you so much for your time here. I really appreciate you all. Let's do this again. Tomorrow is Freaky Friday. You don't want to miss the Freaky Friday. Good night, all. Have a beautiful night rest. And I leave you with this, my beautiful song here. Good night, everyone. Peace of mind, yeah. Good night. Yeah. Good night, everyone. God bless you. Molly, thank you. Good night, Molly. I love you. Love you. Oh, yeah, you're one. You're my good night. Thank you. Yes, I need you because I want you. You're the only one for me. I'm coming home after the party. The world is stressing me. I want you because I know you got me. And you're my company. Anytime I call you, you can turn up. And you always come through for me. Peace of mind, yeah. With you was like the ocean. You give me peace of mind, yeah. Your body's in my attention. You give me peace of mind, yeah. Baby, you give me peace of mind. Please give me peace of mind. You give me peace of mind. You give me peace of mind. Good night. I love you.